Alex Hormozi has built one of the biggest personal brands in the world, but after spending a lot of time studying how he creates content, I realized something that most people completely miss. In fact, Hormozi isn't running a content strategy at all, but what he is running is influence strategy, because his goal isn't just to get views, but it is to build influence, which he defines as the likelihood of compliance. In simple terms, getting people to trust you to actually do what you say. So in this video, I'm going to break down the entire framework that he used to build influence, which is called the SPCL Framework, and more importantly, how you can apply it as a business coach. So now, let's jump right into it. Now, according to Hormozi, influence comes down to four things: status, power, credibility, and likeness. And if your content is missing these four elements, you'll probably become a free educator on the internet instead of being the obvious person that people want to hear. So let's start with the first one, status. Now, what exactly is status? So according to Hormozi, status comes from controlling something that other people want. That could be knowledge, money, attention, or access. So if you look at Hormozi content, that's exactly what he's doing. He's constantly selling business insights that most people simply don't have access to. Now, what does that mean for you as a coach? It means you need to stop trying to teach everything. Instead, become known for solving one specific problem that your ideal clients can solve by their own. Because the moment people believe you have an answer they don't, your perceived status naturally goes up. And that's exactly what you want. Alright, so now let's move on to the second pillar, which is power, or what Hormozi calls say the correspondence. Now, I know that sounds a little fancy, but the idea is actually pretty simple. Imagine someone watches one of your videos, they try one thing you teach, and it actually works. So what do you think is gonna happen next? They're most likely to trust your next lesson, right? And that's exactly why you should avoid giving generic advice, because that doesn't give people anything they can actually use to trust you enough. So instead, give them one practical lesson they can implement today and experience a small win as quickly as possible, because every small win creates another layer of trust, and trust is what eventually leads people to buy. Now, let's move on to the next one. The third pillar is credibility, and this is where a lot of coaches get it wrong. Think about it. Alex Hormozi is credible when he talks about offers, sales, and scaling businesses. That's because he's actually done it himself, but he doesn't pretend to be expert in anything, and neither should you. Okay, so if you're a business coach, don't also try to become an executive mentor or sales expert all at the same time. Instead, double down on your niche and become known for solving one category of problem exceptionally well, because that's how credibility is built. Okay, so now let's talk about the last pillar, likeness. We naturally trust people who feel similar to us. It's maybe shared values, it's maybe shared experience, or it's simply because just personality. But here's where a lot of people get it wrong. They think they need to create the perfect online persona. They try to sound smarter, look more professional, or act like someone they're not. But Hormozi actually goes the exact opposite. So you have to understand that the more you try to play a character, the harder it becomes for people to trust you. Because authenticity isn't just about more attractive, but it's about persuasive. So the takeaway here is simple. The more genuine you are, the easier it's become for people to connect with you and trust you and buy from you. That's it. So those are the four pillars, which is Alex Hormozi's real content strategy. Now, when most people try to copy him, they just only focus on the surface level, meaning they just copy his voice, his style, his presence, his overall, except the influence strategy, which I just broke down to you. So if you can start designing your content around those four principles, I can guarantee that your content will start become more entertaining and start become an organic client acquisition system. Now, if you're online coaches who want a done-for-you personal branding and content system designed to consistently attract premium inbound leads instead of just views, check out the first link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.